say it's recording?
Yeah, I see the little, it's in the corner, say record.
Okay. And that'll be the first thing on the video is me trying to say. All right, well, welcome to the Zoom party with Michael Land. And so far we have Nikita and Joanne on with us, and my sister-in-law, trusty side, Nick Leanne, who declined to be on camera with us, and that is fine. She has done a fabulous job of taking care of us. It's so nice when you go out of town and you stay with family because you have all the comforts from home that you didn't have to pack up and take with you. So that's really nice too. And plus we get to visit with them. And you know, I used to go visit them before they lived in Hawaii. So I'm not just Johnny come lately or anything like that. But their 20th wedding anniversary is coming up in August. Yeah. So she's been part of our family for a long time, and we're just really glad to be here. I'll pan just for a minute and show you guys. The beach we're on is Emmett's Beach, and I'm really not sure. It's so bright out here. I don't know exactly what you're seeing because I can hardly see the screen. But right before we went on camera, it was like a really bad windstorm and a rain shower. And so now, thankfully, the sun is out. So we do have a plan B and a plan C. If the weather gets bad, just stay with me and roll with it, and we'll make it happen. So now it's getting a little cloudy again. But I did want to, if you guys have never looked up, it's not in the Bible, the YouVersion Bible app anymore, but they used to have a Hawaiian Pidgin Bible translation. You can Google it, and it's just really, really funny, some of the expressions. So we were talking about that, and my brother told me a lot of the Hawaiian Pidgin expressions. And Pidgin is the official language of Hawaii. So see, I didn't even know that. That could have been one of our trivia questions. That's okay. But I was just gonna, just for fun, these don't count as the game. We've got some other trivia coming up. But just for fun, any guesses on what broke the mouth means?
Nope.
It means it tastes really, really good. Like my brother smoked some pork the other night, and it broke my mouth. It's broke my mouth like the last 3 meals. Yeah, like no, we have barbecue left. It was really good. Okay. Puhana. Oh, sorry. Pahana. Any ideas what that means? Pahana. That's what they say when it's happy hour. And okay, so those really colorful shirts that the men wear, you know, the button up, what are those called? Any ideas? Just holler it out.
No.
You said the shirts?
What kind? Most people say
the shirts that men wear?
Yeah, those shirts that men wear. Most people call them Hawaiian shirts, but they're not Hawaiian shirts. Any guesses?
No.
They're aloha shirts. That's
aloha.
Y'all are learning so much. All right. What about kakua? Means help or assistance. Like Leanne is kakua-ing right now. I don't know. Can you change that into a verb? I don't know. How's it? You know what that means? That one you can probably guess.
How's it doing? How's it going?
Choke. Say choke here, and I'll give you a hint. It doesn't mean like something's clogging your throat. Choke means something different.
Hello?
I'll use it in
aloha.
I'll use it in a sentence right now. There is a choke of wind going on right now. Means plenty. And yeah. So y'all have to use some of these in a sentence, you know, later at home. And the last one is a hui ho, and that means till we meet again. So I thought those were interesting. So now y'all know some Hawaiian slang, I guess, for lack of a better word. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about TruAura, and then we'll go on to some of our other trivia. There are a few things that make us different. First of all, we use only clean ingredients, and what that means is there's nothing in our products that have ever been known to cause any kind of do not use the ingredients we use. So there are like hundreds of ingredients in America that are illegal to use in Europe. And TruAura ingredients, the TruAura products are so clean, we actually exceed European standards. So there's nothing harmful in our products. You can even use like the repair products on your eyelids. They're that safe. Another thing that makes us different is we're what you call microbiome friendly. I did not know that word before I became a consultant. But if you were to look at Nikita's in nursing school, so she can tell you this, but if you were to look at your skin under a microscope, you've got good bacteria, bad bacteria, vitamins, electrolytes, oil, sweat, dirt, and that everything, it's like its own ecosystem. It's called the microbiome. And I know y'all heard about like good gut health and good, the microbiome in your gut. You also have a microbiome on your skin. And so you don't want to get rid of that bad bacteria, the good bacteria, because it's there for a reason. The good bacteria helps to fight acne. It helps to keep your skin hydrated. It can fight off any kind of irritation. So it has a lot of good functions. So when we say microbiome friendly, that means that we're not totally stripping the skin like most products do. Most products take everything off. Your skin doesn't have anything, and you're replacing natural with synthetic. And that's never as good, and your skin's kind of defenseless. And then the third thing that makes us different is there are probiotics in the product. So every product has either probiotics or prebiotics or a combination, because the more diverse strains of bacteria you have, the healthier your skin. So the probiotics also serve as like a food source for the microbiome, because they use bacteria. So that's what makes us different. And what I wanted to focus on today, we have 7 products that we had when we started, which is our core 4, eye cream, day repair, night repair. Those products recently got an upgrade. And there's a couple ways it upgraded. It's kind of the same formula with more of the good stuff in it. So they increase the amount of like the anti-aging products and stuff. They also used a new manufacturer. So think about if you had a family recipe and you wanted to take it to a restaurant and have it recreated, you can take that recipe, like say a Chili's, and give it to the chef, and they could probably do a pretty good job of making it into the dish. But if you took that same recipe to a 5-star restaurant with a world-renowned chef, you got a whole nother dish going on. So the company that we now use to manufacture our products works with really high-end luxury products. So they get more of the high-quality ingredients at a better price. So we were able to increase the amount of the effective ingredients, and it's being manufactured at a new place. So like the cleanser in the upgraded is super green. Products in the containers, like there's no more problems with the pump. The eye cream is now in a pump. The night cream, really, really good stuff. So I used it for about 3 weeks before I came here, 3 to 4, and I put my before and after picture in the event. You guys can go and look. Now I only have the old stuff with me here, so I kind of feel like I'm going backward. I love the old stuff, but I'm really, really loving the new stuff. So we now have upgrades to 7 of our the 7 original products. So we also have some other products I'll talk about later, like BioLift and microdermabrasion. Those are not upgraded, but they're newer products. They only came out about a year ago, and they don't really need upgrades at this point. Okay, so let me see if anybody else has hopped on, and then we will get started with our next. Kate. Which Kate? Is that Kate Brent?
Yes.
Kate. Oh, good. Thank you for getting on. Is Paul doing better?
He's good. We're just sitting in the rocking chair.
Poor baby. Okay, so we're going to play Hawaii trivia. This is round 1, and here's how we're going to play. You're going to put the answer in the chat, and whoever gets the correct answer first gets a point, and there is a winner for this. So Leanne is watching the chat, and she knows the answers, so she's going to record who gets the right answer. So when somebody puts the right answer, just let me know, and I'll go on to the next one. Okay, Hawaii trivia, round 1. Whoops. Y'all got to sit still and quit falling over that pen. Okay, question number 1. Good grief. Sorry. Let me get my questions ready here, and I'll be able to hold this still. Okay. Can you mail a coconut, Hawaii? yes or no. Can you tell? Like put a stamp on it, not put it in a box. Okay, I think Kate got it. Okay. All right, it popped up on the bottom. That is absolutely true. I want to do it just because I can, you know. All right, number 2. I love this question. Are there any snakes in Hawaii? Yes or no? Yeah, mail me one. That would be good. We haven't had coconut. Let's do that. We've been having pineapple like every day. Pineapple is like amazing here. Okay, so somebody answer the snake question. Are there any snakes in Hawaii? Yes or no? I mean, like, I'm sure there's some in the zoo, but like in the wild, are there any snakes? And like, you know, I'm from Mississippi, so I'm always scouting for them. Somebody want to guess that one? Yeah. There are not any snakes in Hawaii. Is that not awesome? Unless there's one like, you know, whatever. I mean, that's reason enough to live here. Okay, this one's really interesting. When measured from east to west, Hawaii is the blank widest state in the United States. The second widest, the third widest, or the fourth widest when measured from east to west.
Second.
Second, third, or fourth?
Second.
Okay, who said that? Joanne? Has anybody answered it? Okay, we'll give it to Joanne. All right, that is true. It's second widest right after Alaska. So it's wider than Texas when you go from east to west.
I didn't
Okay.
say anything.
I said second.
Oh, who said second?
Christy?
Christy.
Can you-
Oh, Christy hopped on. Sorry.
Yeah, I
realize-
didn't say anything.
Okay, so what you guys are going to do, okay, we'll get the point to Christy. Put it in the chat so we know who says it first. Sometimes
Okay.
you can
Got it.
totally get
How do you put it in the chat?
if you tap on the screen or maybe on the bottom right, there's 3 dots and one of them says chat. And if you tap that, you can type in your answer. You're kind of at a disadvantage if you're on a phone because it's faster to type it on the screen. But if nobody's answered it in the chat and somebody blurts it out, that's totally fine. Okay, next question. Hawaii is the only state that grows A, coffee, B, sugar, C, bananas. The only state that grows A, coffee, B, sugar, C, bananas. Christy got it, coffee. Yeah, Jack's a coffee connoisseur and he's been having a good time drinking Kona coffee and grown right here in Waikiki. I don't know how much space he's got in the suitcase, but it's probably going to have coffee for Jack. Okay, and then this is the last question in round 1. Hawaii, Honolulu actually, is the second most expensive city in the United States after Anchorage, Alaska. True or false? True. Kate, first one. Yep, that is true. You would think it would be New York City, but I think it's because everything is shipped here. It's like everything. Okay, so that's round. Have a clear winner on that. Kate and Christy tied. Okay, we need a tiebreaker question. Okay, Leanne's going to come up with a tiebreaker question, so we'll come back to that. Before we do round the next trivia, we'll tie that one up. Okay, so I want to talk to you just for a second about the core 4 products in TruAura, which is cleanser, toner, day lotion, and night cream. And I tell people if they don't know where to start, that is a really good place to start because excuse me, if you get your skincare, like you get your skin under control, everything, your makeup will go on smoother, the
No,
anti-aging
it's
better. So that's kind of what I recommend. So I want to tell you just a little bit about each one. I won't go into a lot of detail, but the cleanser, especially the new one, is really creamy and it's good for all skin types. And it doesn't strip the skin, so it leaves your skin feeling hydrated. It doesn't feel like stripped bare or anything. But, whoops! Hang on, I'm trying to read notes, hold the camera at the same time. So one of the ingredients in the cleanser is saccharide isometrate, which is 100% natural. It's a plant-based prebiotic, so it's like a food for the probiotics, and it also helps to bond like hydration to the skin for up to 72 hours, and it strengthens and protects the skin. The tonic has phytic acid in it, which is like a chemical exfoliant. And when we first opened, we didn't have a scrub, and I didn't use a scrub for a year and a half, and I really did miss it because the tonic has that chemical exfoliant in it, the phytic acid. It's also a micellar toning water, so it conditions and rebalances the skin. It doesn't strip it clean. It removes the impurities. It doesn't dry everything. It stimulates cellular renewal, and it helps to aid in skin cell turnover. And it manages the oily sections, and it helps to smooth out the dry. So it's just a really good tonic. So for people who don't use tonic because they don't like it, I just dare them to try ours because ours is really good. Next, that brings us to the day lotion. So it replenishes. It's not heavy. Most moisturizer is thick because it's replacing the natural oil that you just took off, but ours is not thick and heavy because it's supplementing the natural oil that was left on the skin. It has peony extract in it, which comes from the flower. It comes from the root of the flower, and it helps to detoxify, and it makes your skin cells more resilient to damage. Then the night cream, I love it because it's very hydrating, and it's not heavy. It's hard to explain. It's like rich, but it nourishes your skin while you sleep. I'm sorry, y'all. It's just when I flip pages that I have to let go of for a minute. So it helps the skin's recovery process. It has essential fatty acids, linoleic and linolenic acids, which are derived from safflower oil, and they help restore the skin's lipid barrier, and they minimize dry skin. All right, so that's the core four. We're now going to move on to the TruAura trivia. And before we do you have a tiebreaker question? Does Hawaii observe daylight savings time? Does Hawaii observe daylight savings time? So that's between Chrissy and Kate. Yeah. So between Chrissy and Kate, I think Chrissy say answer first. Yep. Okay, correct. They do not. So we are now currently 5 hours. When we got here, it was only 4 hours difference, but now it's 5 hours difference. So it's like 2 in the afternoon when we started here. All right. Now we're going to go on to Kate. Good find your chat. All right. Well, Kate, you probably have a leg up on this next one because you probably know these answers. All right, let me find my questions somewhere on here. It's hard to turn pages to the end, just FYI. Oh, you know what? I wrote them on this here. Here we go. Found it. Okay. First one is true or false. TruAura Core 4 removes all bacteria from your skin. True or false? Christy was quicker. Okay, Christy. Yeah. Oh, everybody knows the answer. Y'all are listening because I kind of already gave the answer. So good deal. Now this one I did not get the answer to, and what we're going to do is if nobody gets it on the nose, whoever gets the closest is going to get this one. Your body is what percent bacteria? You're a certain percent bacteria and a certain percent human. So what percent of your body is made up of bacteria? It's really kind of frightening. Anybody else want to guess? Because I think Kate was the closest. Was Kate the closest? Yes. Okay, it is 57% bacteria. So we are only 43% human. And we are 57% bacteria. So what that tells you is bacteria is pretty important to our ecosystem, whether it's in our gut or whether it's on our skin. All right, next question. Triclosan is an ingredient found in soaps, acne treatment, antiperspirants, toothpaste, and lipstick. It is also registered with the government as A, natural sunscreen, B, a synthetic wax, C, a probiotic, D, a pesticide. So triclosan, it's in a lot of stuff. Kate got it. Pesticide. Y'all be careful what you be putting on your face now. TruAura has no triclosan. All right, number 4. On average, the levels of lead found in makeup, lip, and hair products exceed the FDA acceptable levels for candy by 10 times. True or false? True. I think Christy got it. Kate said Christy might have got the other one. You can look back and see.
Oh, did she? She did. I see.
Okay, okay.
Sorry.
Thanks,
Sorry
Kate.
for being
Yeah.
honest.
I just see it pop up here, but I'm not seeing all the chat. She's watching.
Okay.
Okay.
Christy got that.
Pretty scary. Yeah. It's in makeup products 10 times more than is acceptable in candy. I would think it would be acceptable at any levels in candy. And number 5. Women use an average of 12 personal care products every day. By doing so, they expose themselves to an average of how many chemicals? A, 7. Somebody probably should mute. I want to make sure y'all can hear me. A, 47. B, 115. C, 168. D, 193. Of the 12 personal care products, how many chemicals a day are you exposing yourself to? A, B, C, or D?
Okay, so Christy said D and Kate said D.
A is correct. Yeah. Can y'all hear me okay?
Yeah.
Because I'm getting a little bit of feedback. So I just want to make sure y'all can hear. Okay, Christy won that round. Yeah. And I've already bought the gifts here in Hawaii. So, and who won the first round? Christy won the first. Good deal, Christy. All right. Okay, so I want to tell you a little bit about the repair products. We have 3 repair products in the core system. We have eye cream, night cream, eye repair, day repair, and night repair. And the day repair helps to relax and diminish like your facial expressions. You know, you do the same facial expressions and you get lines from it, like smile lines, laugh lines. And so the day repair has wrinkle relaxing peptide complex with several different ingredients mixed together, and it helps to improve the lines that are caused by facial contractions. So basically it gives you results similar to injections. So it's more of like a temporary thing. It's not so much long-term repair, but it does help with to relax those lines to where they're not as deep. And then the night treatment helps diminish, fine lines, restore skin tone, helps with overnight recovery. And all of these repair products also have skin brighteners in them to help lighten hyperpigmentation. And the night treatment has the immortal peptide, so it diminishes DNA damage, it delays the deterioration of cells, and it helps to prevent and delay visible signs of aging. And there's a lot more to all these products. Oh, your mama answered some. So yeah, you can share one of the, actually, I think all 3 gifts are the same. I wasn't thinking about one person winning, so you can share one of the gifts with your mom. And then the eye cream, I'll tell you a little bit about that. I love the eye cream. It helps with dark circles, it helps with fine lines, and it helps to hydrate. The new one comes in a pump, so it's really convenient. You can do one pump and it's enough for both eyes. And trying to flip pages, I didn't think this through with the wind. Oh, here we go. So it helps with hydration, fine lines, and dark circles. It has a probiotic complex, which is lactobacillus ferment lysate and radish root ferment filtrate. So it helps to balance the skin's immune system. It inhibits the growth of some pathogens. It aids in this repair of the skin's barrier. It improves moisturization, and it helps reduce redness and regulates oil production. I really like the eye product. And if you look at my before and after that I posted the other day, around the eyes is one of the biggest places you notice a difference. And I'll be 49 next week after next, on the 25th. I guess that is next. No, week after next. Anyway, when you have bare skin, freckles, burn easily, and have blue eyes and blonde hair, you're at the highest risk of skin cancer because your skin is thinner. So the more pale your skin, the thinner it is. And that's why people with more pale skin tend to age faster, because their skin is not as thick. So I'm really happy with my results. And that eye cream, I'm just telling y'all, if you don't do anything else for in the eye cream, those are like the must. That's kind of a good place to start. Okay. I want to tell you about a couple of specials that we have going on. No, not yet. That's the end. The microdermabrasion and the BioLift are both $50 foundation. You can put it on. I used to do it in the shower because it's less messy. But it's like an exfoliator. It has 3 different sizes of silica, not silicone, just like saran wrap. Silica, which is like a form of sand, and you just do it with your fingertips and gently exfoliate. I forget to use it. I love the way it makes my face feel. I keep it in the shower. So that is on sale 15% off. And the BioLift, which is like if you only get one anti-aging product, it hydrates, it firms, it tones, and it helps with fine lines. So, oh, hey, Jane. I love Jane. Thanks, little girl. Hey, Jane. I wish you were here at the beach with me to build me a sand castle. That would be fun. So those are on sale. So just beware of that. And if you get a 10% off code from me, or from however, then you can use your 10% on the sale line. We also have other products like makeup. We have liquid and powder foundation, body care. We have a clay mask, lip balm. We have all kinds of stuff. So you can get on our website and look. My website address is michaelandillinger.com. And it is time now for Hawaii trivia. It's our 3rd round of trivia, which is another round of Hawaii trivia. Give me a second to pull it up in my book here. And get your chats ready. So we have 5 questions for the final round of trivia. These are a little harder than the first one. So here we go. Question number 1. By law, no building on Kauai is allowed to be built taller than A, 2 stories, B, the Kilauea Point Lighthouse, C, a palm tree. So by law, no building on Kauai is allowed to be built taller than A, 2 stories, B, Kilauea Point Lighthouse, C, a palm tree.
Oh, Kate said B.
So nobody's got it. B is not the answer. Anybody want to guess real quick? 2 stories or a palm tree? A palm tree. So isn't that interesting? You cannot build a house any taller than a palm tree. I wonder if you put the palm tree on like a 10 foot high mound of dirt. If that would count. Okay, question number 2. The Big Island's Mauna Kea is the 2nd tallest mountain in the world when measured from its base at the ocean floor. True or false? The Big Island's Mauna Kea is the 2nd tallest mountain in the world when measured from its base at the ocean floor. No right answer yet. Anybody want to take a guess? False. False would be the correct answer. No, wait, it is true. That's true. She said true first, didn't she?
Yeah.
Why was I thinking that was false? I don't know.
False.
No, that's true. That's
Oh,
true.
did we write true?
No, I think that one's true. The 2nd tallest mountain in the world.
No, it is the tallest. It's not. It's
Oh,
Mauna
it's the
Kea and then
tallest.
Everest.
That's
You're going
right.
From
It
underneath
is
the ocean.
false.
It is
Okay,
false.
I confused myself. It is false. It is the tallest, not the 2nd
Yeah,
tallest.
it's not. It's Mauna Kea and then not Everest.
Okay, it's taller than Mount Everest when you measure it from under the ocean. Okay, cool. Sorry for the confusion. All right, this is a real polished party here. Y'all know that, right? Okay, next question. The island of Molokai once housed A, leper colony, B, an insane asylum, C, a handmade canoe factory. Molokai once housed A, leper colony, B, an insane asylum, C, a leper colony. C, a handmade canoe factory.
Leopard.
Not B. It's not B. Anybody want to guess? So it'd either be A or C. A, a leper colony, C, a handmade canoe factory.
No,
Not C.
Hey.
Hey, all right. Kate got it. Yes. A leper
Somebody
colony.
said
Oh, did they? Okay. Well, you can go back and look. I'm just seeing what's popping
A.
up.
Yeah.
Leanne will check for the real answer too. Okay, how many letters are in the Hawaiian alphabet? A, 8, B, 29, C, 12. How many letters in the Hawaiian alphabet? A, 8, B, 29, C, 12. Not 29. Nope, not 29.
12.
Anybody got it yet?
Somebody said 12.
Somebody said 12. Who said 12?
Joanne.
Joanne. All right, we'll give that one to Joanne. It is 12. Okay, and last question for Hawaii trivia. Which wild bird in Hawaii is protected by state law? A, peacock, B, chicken, C, pigeon.
Peacock.
Which wild bird in Hawaii?
Okay, got it.
Okay, got it. The chicken. The chicken.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Okay. Kate won that one. So you have a Hawaii happy coming. Okay. Let me see what's next on my list here. Hopefully y'all won't fall over. Okay. So I think I can do the rest without looking. I can put this down and hold the thing. Okay. So I wanted to, what time is it? I think we're doing really good on time. Ah, yay, perfect. Okay, so I wanted to kind of go over the special offers, and Leanne's going to copy and paste the special offers that are like good because you guys run the party. But I also wanted to talk a little bit about anybody that has ever thought about doing what I do, or maybe you know someone who is looking for some part-time income. It doesn't matter if they work full-time, if they're a full-time stay-at-home mom. There is no cost to become a consultant. Oh, that's okay. There is no cost to become a consultant with TruAura. You just pay for your website. So you pay $15 a month and you share the product. You can make posts, you can put your website out there. People order on your website. The product ships directly to the customer, and then you get paid a commission. So you can make anywhere from 20 to 50% commission. And you know, it's really not hard to share products that people buy anyway, because people are going to buy skincare and lipstick and makeup no matter what. So it's basically just let them try yours and let them see what you have to offer. So if you guys or you know someone who wants to know a little bit more about that, let me know. So I would be happy to talk with them. Also, I'm always looking for hostesses. That's one of the specials. Excuse me. Anybody that wants to do a party with me, and it can be in person, or if you're not comfortable with that, we can do it right here on Zoom. You can invite your friends. Anybody that does a party, you're going to get a 25% off item today, and then you'll get hostess rewards after that. And a party can just be 2 or 3 people. It doesn't have to be a whole slew. Excuse me. Then we also have what's called our TruAura Loyalty Club, and Joanne's already in that, so she already gets the good deals. And the TruAura Loyalty Club, they always get 15% every time they order. They get free shipping on doorstep delivery orders, which come every 60 to 90 days. It's so flexible because you get to pick what's in that doorstep delivery order, and you get to pick how often you get it, 60 days, 90 days, anywhere in between. And if you order in between doorstep delivery, you get free or discounted shipping, and you still get your 15% off. So anybody that's interested in getting great products at a discount and you want to save on some shipping, then TLC is a good way to do that. So I do have some other special offers for today. I did send, I believe I sent everyone a 10% code if you didn't have one. And I know, Nikita, I got to help you with that. So I wanted to see if you guys had any questions about any of the products I talked about or any of the special offers. So I'll just kind of stop for a minute and open up the floor. And several of you guys are already familiar with what we have. I'll give you guys another glimpse of where I am while we're here. I think you can even see, if I do it far enough, yeah, you can see the, yeah, that's diamond.
Gorgeous. I have a question, Michael Ann.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot about y'all's makeup. So what about, and you may have talked about this in the first 10 minutes before we got on.
No, I didn't talk about makeup.
So how is it, I guess, clean, or, you know, the safe ingredients and all, like, tell me about that.
Okay, so the liquid is a water-based foundation. Most foundations have silicone, which is like putting a layer of saran wrap on your face because it totally clogs your pores and your skin can't really breathe. So ours is water-based, and it goes on really, really well, and it stays on all day. I have a friend that works out a lot, and she sweats and her makeup stays on. You have to put it on a little differently. So I like to spritz my face with the facial mist so my face is damp, and I use a damp sponge. And yeah, Kate loves it. Lots of people, I mean, everybody that uses it is really happy with it. But I just kind of dot it on and then I smooth it out. So if you use a wet sponge and a wet face, it blends on and it stays, it covers, it's very lightweight. And then I do the powder over it. Some people do just the powder, and that's fine too. But I do the powder over it as a finishing powder. And that's all I use. I use the liquid, then I use the powder over it. And so we do have, I think, 10 shades in the liquid, 10 shades in the powder. And I can match you. So if you were a beauty control user and you wore like N3 or P2 or whatever, I can tell you we matched. Now, formulas are different, but the shades are the same because we knew what the best-selling shades were. So we matched them exactly to those shades. So I can do an easy
No, she's still not.
match. Yeah, thank you. Good question.
Well, what about I'm sorry, I didn't clarify because I actually have the foundation on right now and I love it. But like the mascara and the nose powder, any of that,
Uh-huh.
I don't know about those ingredients or.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really hard to do a clean mascara. And that's why we didn't have a mascara for a year and a half. It was hard to make one that was clean, that didn't smudge, that stayed on, but they managed to do it. So I'm really happy. Well, I don't know if you can tell. I mean, I'm wearing it. My makeup may be smudged. I don't know. I can't see. I don't know how well you can see, but I really like it. It also has a curved wand, so when you pull it out, you can angle the wand. And you don't have to hold it straight. So that's kind of neat. And it lasts a really long time. Like, I know you're supposed to throw your mascara away after 2 months, but really, who does that? Because you still have plenty left. So mine will last me for close to 6 months before I run out. Like, there's a lot in there, and it's $29. We do have an eye makeup remover called, well, it's called eye makeup remover, and it's got like the oil and the detergent. You shake it up, and I just hold it over my closed eyelash for about 10 seconds, and it melts it right off. So you don't have to do a lot of pulling and tugging to get it off. But I'm really happy with it. As far as the blush and the eyeshadow, we don't have a lot of colors to choose from because, again, we're still a new company. We're just 3 years old, and we're trying to introduce more and more products. But every time we, get a new product, we have to order like so many of each color. So we are a new baby company. So think, shop local. That also includes your direct sales people. But yeah, we have 4 blushes and 6 eyeshadows. And we have a bronzer that you can use. I've used the eyeshadow and the bronzer for my brows and for highlighting and for blush. All right. Any other questions? Well, this
I did have a question on the TLC program. Did you say it was you chose your shipment 30, 60, or 90 days?
60 or 90 days. Yeah, 60 or 90.
And then do you have to get the same? So whatever you commit to, is that what you get every time?
No, you can edit it every single time. As soon as it ships, you can even go ahead and edit it for the next time, even if it's not for 60 or 90 days. And you get an email reminder from the company, and you get a text reminder from me. So I'll let you know, like, hey, your shipment, it'll either ship, like when you originally join, it ships right when you order it, but you'll either be put on the 5th or the 20th of the month, whichever one you're closer to. And I'll always contact you and say, hey, your shipment's coming up on the 20th. Make sure you make your changes, by midnight of the 17th. But you just go in and edit, and you can get, it's a minimum. Your cost is minimum $120, but it doesn't matter what, you can be all lipstick. It can be anything. It does not have to be the same products every time. So you get to go in. I know a lot of people have like the boxes or whatever, the subscription boxes. It's kind of like that, but you get to pick what's in your subscription box. So
right.
You're not stuck with stuff that you wouldn't necessarily use.
And you said minimum 120. Is that what you said?
20. And like, if you wanted to even share it with your mom, which if you're using the skincare, you're pretty much going to run out. You're going to need some stuff, especially if you're doing 90 days, you're going to be out of some stuff. But I do have like mother-daughter that will go in together and just do one TLC account, because between the two of them, you always have enough to get what they need.
Okay.
So you just go in, like you already have an account. So you would go to join and then TruAura Loyalty Club. And then it would switch you over, but you would have to actually do your order to make it official. Like you can't join the loyalty club until you're ready to do your first order.
Okay.
So this was fun. I appreciate everybody for taking the time to get on. And if you guys need any individual help, I'll be happy to do that. I'm going to go ahead and turn the recording off.